Investors' protection remains an effort and activity that helps to observe, safeguard, and enforce the rights of investors. Welcome to another edition of the Nigerian Investor. Last week, we talked about minimum operating standards for daily members as set by NSE. Today, we want to look at Investors' Protection Fund and its impact. The establishment of the Investors' Protection Fund, maintained by the Nigerian Stock Exchange over the last 2 years, was premised on the fact that it will help to restore investors' confidence in the market and make the market very attractive and competitive in line with global standards. The fund's purpose, as stated, is to compensate investors with genuine claims of pecuniary loss against dealing member firms resulting from insolvency, bankruptcy, or negligence of a dealing member of a security exchange or capital trade point, and defalcation committed by a dealing member or any of its directors, officers, employees, or representatives in relation to securities, money, or any property entrusted to or received by the dealing member firms in its course of business as a capital market operator. Payment into the fund as construed is expected to come from contributions from dealing member firms, which are comprised of a mandatory initial payment of the sum of 1 million naira prior to the dealing member firm's acquisition of a dealing member license from the exchange. An annual payment of an amount to be determined by the board from time to time, subject to the approval of the exchange. A mandatory annual premium calculated in accordance with the following formula. An amount from earning dealing member firms equal to a percentage of penalty/fine paid by such dealing member firm to the exchange for contravening capital market rules, regulations, and market practices. Such percentage shall be to be determined by the exchange from time to time. The interest and profit accruing from the investment of the fund, all monies paid to the fund in accordance with the provisions of the ISA, all monies recovered by or on behalf of the board in the exercise of any right of action conferred by the ISA, all monies paid by an insurer pursuant to a contract of insurance or indemnity entered into by dealing member firms or the board of trustees, all monies, whether in form of grants, donations, or subventions received from the exchange or other institutions and persons, money received as income from or the proceeds of sale of any investment, and monies borrowed by the board from the exchange for the purpose of the fund. Payment on transactions by dealing member firms of 1 BP or 100 naira per 1 million on both sides, subject to the approval of the exchange. For an investor to benefit or get compensated from the fund, therefore, certain steps must be followed, and they are: concerned investor must have a claim against a dealing member. The investor has to duly apply for settlement of his claim from the dealing member. The dealing member must have shown inability to satisfy the claim within a reasonable period. The investor has exhausted the exchange internal complaint resolution procedure. The investor has duly applied for compensation from the fund, and the exchange has verified the claim. With the launch and the fund in place, the market expects regulator to give periodic updates on the fund as well as how far it has gone to help restore investors' confidence and impact the market generally as specified at its inception. Meanwhile, current market situation depicts that more actions are still needed in order to improve confidence in the market generally. And as such, a steward account of the job done so far will not be a bad idea after all. Transcorp Hotel PLC to list on NSE. The shares of Transcorp Hotel PLC will be admitted on the daily official list of the Nigerian Stock Exchange on Thursday, January 15, 2015. On people and changes in board. Standard Alliance Insurance appoint Bode Akinbode as new managing director. Standard Alliance Insurance PLC has notified the exchange of the resignation of Mr. Tom Imokai as managing director / chief executive officer. It also informed the exchange that Mr. Bode Akinbode has been appointed as the new managing director of the company. Rega Insurance announces the resignation of Honorable Justice Adolphus as board chairman. Regency Alliance Insurance PLC has notified the Nigerian Stock Exchange of the resignation of Honorable Justice Adolphus Godwin as chairman and director of the company. The company stated that the resignation was as a result of the enormous state responsibility he is saddled with, coupled with his advanced age. Regency Alliance will discuss the resignation and appointment of his successors at the company's next board meeting. Unity Cap appoints Ms. Halima J. Ushishi as company secretary to legal advisor. Unity Capital has notified the Nigerian Stock Exchange that its board of directors has approved the appointment of Ms. Halima J. Ushishi as the substantive company secretary to legal advisor effective 16 December 2014. CBN reviews foreign currency trading position of banks to 0.1% of shareholders' fund. Further to the CBN circular of December 18, 2014, authorized dealers are hereby notified that the daily foreign currency trading position of banks have been reviewed with immediate effect. Accordingly, authorized dealers are required to maintain 0.1 maximum open limit of their shareholders' fund, unimpaired by losses, as foreign exchange trading position at close of each business day. In addition, banks are required to utilize funds purchased from the autonomous or interbank foreign exchange market within 72 hours from the value date. Failing such funds must be returned to the CBN for repurchase at the bank's buying rate. Ms. Aruma Ote serves as tenure as DG of SEC Nigeria. The Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Ms. Aruma Ote, will not be having her appointment renewed for a second term. An acting Director General, Muniru H. Gwaso, Executive Commissioner for Pension, has been announced pending the announcement of a substantive DG. That's all we have for you on this edition of the Nigerian Investor. I remain your regular anchor until you come your way again next week. Bye for now.